for today's cup of coffee. I had actually mentioned this in one of the past couple of them, that I had found other interesting stories about funerals that went horribly wrong. So we're going to cover. There were actually quite a few of these. And somebody was kind enough to comment there on BitChute, and they said that it's not just America.
No, it's not.
I thought it was just our country. Though. I didn't. Because we do things that I'm like, you think other countries have got better sense, but humans are humans the world round.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, we've got a couple of folks that comment there on BitChute that are very appreciative. That we appreciate you all. Uh-huh. And so, thank you so much.
Yes. And we are appreciative.
We are. Anybody who shares a positive comment with us, if it's on Odyssey, and appreciate Grey Death and Aria there, our folks on YouTube that have been with us the longest years, more years than I realize, since I started this endeavor. Mm-hmm. So you all are appreciated.
Yes.
But this
Everyone's appreciated, though.
We do. We love and appreciate it. And even the ones that don't comment, that's perfectly fine.
Yes.
So.
This microphone is still covered in fur and
it's because we own cats.
Such.
Everything is covered.
I just need to take tweezers one
right.
of these days.
And then it would stay for about 5 seconds, and then it would look exactly like it does now.
But I need to do that through the whole thing.
No, because then that will be heard through the microphone. That should be an off-camera thing. I have a question.
It's ASMR.
We've got some rain coming in. And allergies. Everybody has had allergies horribly. It's not just me. Mm-hmm. My question is, and I've asked this of professionals before, why? I understand that when it's rainy or whatever like that people have a tendency to get kind of sluggish. Mm-hmm. But for me, it totally wipes me out. I mean, I'm just non-functional.
Oh, it ruins my whole mood.
And it's like, why does that happen? And we have a vast set of knowledge out there through our viewers. So if somebody can explain that to me, I would appreciate it.
Yeah.
And how to do something about it. I don't know if it's a fibromyalgia thing, if it's a depression thing, if it's some combination of that and something I haven't even thought about. So anyhow, so that's the question.
Yeah.
We're seeking intelligent answers on this. Back to the funeral stuff. This comes from a website called Everplans, which is, I think it is like a funeral website. Mm-hmm. And now, I'd say that they're not used to writing these types of stories. So some of the places are missing. It's just these events occurred. There was one, they've got, the title is 10 horribly inappropriate things that happen at funerals. One of them I left out totally because I was not going to read it. Just flat out. Okay. So you can go to the link in the description box. You can read it yourself and go, I can understand why she chose not to share that one. Huh? Yeah. Anyhow, this is by Kristin Hunt, and these are in no particular order as far as importance. Number 1, Orlando police were handed an especially weird assault case when a man walked into an open casket funeral ceremony at Harvest Baptist Church and proceeded to pinch the corpse.
Why?
His motive was a total mystery. Cops arrested the assaulter on the scene and brought him before a judge who set his bond at $350 and immediately ordered a psych evaluation. So I think that was very appropriate.
Just be going up to the corpse and
I don't know how much of a pinch. Was it one of those twisting type pinches or what?
Like a fucking purple nurple type shit.
Absolutely. So I don't. Anyhow, Anyhow, can you imagine? I think I'd have went up and give him a sharp, swift slap. It's like, stop it.
No, pinch him.
Good God. Number 2, the family of Simon Lewis and his infant son had thoughtfully planned a video memorial for their funeral in Cardiff. But that wasn't what played on the screen. Mourners gathered at Thornhill Crematorium were instead subjected to nearly 4 minutes of pornographic footage.
Oh my God!
The incident was blamed on a newly installed smart television, which may have picked up the offending broadcast via Wi-Fi. Now let's face it, there was somebody upstairs
somewhere
watching Pornhub. And it somehow got...
Oh!
Now, why did they sit there and let it go on for 4 minutes?
They were like, this is...
Oh, my God.
I can't say what I want to say around
No, don't keep that one to yourself. Number 3, when Janet Halsey first saw her husband, Kenneth Roberts, in his casket at a Philadelphia funeral home, she was taken aback because it wasn't him. Employees at James L. Hawkins Funeral Home initially assured her that the man wearing her husband's clothes was indeed Roberts and that he just looked different due to the embalming chemicals. But as the services went on, the staff was forced to admit that they had accidentally switched corpses.
Oh.
The shock was too much for many of the mourners. 2 were sent to the hospital due to seizures and asthma attacks.
Why would they have seizures and asthma attacks? Are they just like, what?
To make matters worse, when the real Mr. Roberts finally arrived, his legs were hanging out of the casket.
What?
Now, can you imagine being in a funeral and somebody trying to gaslight you?
I'd have been like, the fuck you say this isn't who you say.
Oh, and this is why people get hit with canes at funerals, now we know. Number 4, a similar fiasco ensued at Buck Miller Brothers Funeral Home when Ralph Trucillo, Trucillo, reported that a different person was lying in his mother's casket. The Connecticut funeral home had mixed up 2 bodies and mistakenly cremated. It was Jermaine Trucillo, Tuccillo. So a little bit of a spelling error there. The state police and Department of Public Health both opened investigations in the aftermath, while the family told reporters they were traumatized by the incident. That would be a hell of a thing on that. It's like, check your spelling on that stuff. Make sure that you've got... That's with doctors, that's why they write on the limb to be operated on now. Maybe they need to write on the corpses. Looks like that they would have... They used to have toe tags in the morgue. Somebody forgot to check that.
They're supposed to have some sort of tag.
You would think. Number 5.
What the fuck?
Number 5.
What the fuck?
Trouble began at a Myrtle Beach funeral.
Yes!
Myrtle
Beach.
When Corey Caradell Bellamy kind of lost control. And started shouting and throwing chairs, apparently angry with the final plans for the deceased. His outburst not only upset the other funeral goers who called the police, but his own heart as well. While the officer on the scene called for EMTs, one guest said Bellamy should be arrested. This spurred another funeral attendee, Jasmine Shantae Cheney, to run over and attack that man. She was arrested for assault and battery while Bellamy was taken to a hospital for evaluation.
The fuck?
Yes.
The fuck?
They throwing it at chairs at a funeral. Yeah.
That's the kind of drama that we need in funerals.
No.
Yes. People wailing, people screaming, throwing shit.
Then we have number 6. Most etiquette experts would agree that funerals and social media don't mix, but a story in the Telegraph reported that 1/3 of mourners have admitted to taking selfies at funerals, with a majority admitting to posting the image online to garner sympathy. It says sites like selfies at funerals and hashtag funeral prove that a shocking amount of people think it's acceptable to take pictures of themselves during the services. The trend is so pervasive that the Chattanooga Times Free Press gave these snapshots a horrifying nickname: corpses.
I mean, hell, I'm fine with that.
Put the cell phone down. But back in Victorian times and other times, it was not unusual to take pictures of corpses.
Yeah.
And they would even pose them in interesting things.
I'm not opposed to that right there.
They didn't show that to the whole world. There's some things you just don't need to put on the internet.
Fuck. People make art out of corpses, and it's fascinating. Show it to the whole world. Who the fuck cares? They're dead.
Yeah, but the ones that are doing this are still alive and tacky.
And be tacky.
No. Go listen to Weird Al's song, Tacky. That's a good song. I love Weird Al. All right, number 7. Over in Germany, an undertaker made headlines when he lost the hearse he was driving.
What?
Along with the corpse inside it.
How did he lose it?
It says at the time of the accident, the man was in the middle of transporting a body from Italy to Poland. He stopped in Munich for food, and the car was gone when he returned. Police officers on the scene suspected the undertaker had imbibed on his lunch break, leading to a lapse in memory. Still, they requested witnesses to report any information on the car, which a spokesman said, quote, "looks like your classic hearse. It can't be that hard to miss," end quote. So he got drunk. He was drunk and he was going to drive. Now, in America, in a lot of places, that car those hearses are sought after.
Yes.
And so it would have been nothing for somebody to steal it. And the body, because apparently corpse snatching is a thing here. So
just dump the body somewhere else.
Oh no, they could have sold that to a college someplace. They could have had a double hit on that one.
You gotta have documentation for it and all that shit.
That stuff can be falsified. You know that. This one
verified. This
one is interesting. Now, I have not heard of this one occurring in America. That doesn't mean that it doesn't. Number 8. This one isn't an isolated incident. It says isn't one. In fact, China has such a rampant funeral stripper problem in cities like Handan that the government has intervened. Apparently, some citizens have been inviting burlesque performers to funerals to draw bigger crowds and thereby secure a sign of good luck for the deceased in the afterlife. This has led to women removing their bras right next to memorial photos in full view of children. As the Wall Street Journal points out, the problem isn't unique to China. Taiwan also hosts high-heeled exotic dancers at funeral services.
My God.
I mean, couldn't they have, couldn't they have had like children's hour or whatever at the funeral?
Yeah, just and then they could have we all go into this other room.
Yeah, it's like have the curtain there like they used to have at the video sections. Who does that? But now, like I said, maybe that's a cultural thing. We don't understand.
I don't understand.
And the last one that we have, it's one thing to criticize the funeral director for flower or upholstery choices. It's quite another to give him a concussion.
What?
It says Joseph Gorgon flew into a rage at his great-aunt's Manhattan funeral home when the funeral director posed a question. What he asked is a matter of debate, though. Gorgon contends that the director, Peter DeLuca, inquired inappropriately about his mother's health. Well, hell, she was dead.
Yeah.
It says, as if he were sniffing around for future customers. DeLuca, however, says he was delicately asking about the funeral bill for Gorgon's father. The whole fight was apparently caught on video, but the case was seemingly still unsettled. So, it's like, yes, any other members of your family, they've been feeling unwell lately.
It's like, motherfucker, how make you feel unwell?
But even as far as if it were about the funeral bill, that was not the right time to do that. So, there are some great...
So either way, he was in the wrong.
There are some great funeral homes out there, and then there are some that are not. In our archives, you can go back, and as far as really bad funeral homes that were stuffing corpses in the walls and babies in the ceilings, and yeah.
That's horrible.
It was horrible. It was totally, totally horrible. At least these were just in the amusing line. Yeah,
up.
I would rather.
That's fucked up.
In our area, it's certain pastors that they think that that's time for revival. And we'll keep you there
you
for
shut
hours.
the fuck up. This is not the time.
Oh, that's just like, and I can speak about this because that happened at my father's funeral. He had a brother.
Why didn't anyone tell the person to shut the fuck up?
I was getting ready to. And it's like, things were supposed to be done very, it's just supposed to be a graveside service. And he had asked his brother, now these people are Pentecostal holiness. And for those of y'all who don't understand that belief system, go online, look at some videos because it's interesting. And so he just kept going longer and longer, and I kept sitting up more straight in my seat and more straight in my seat, and people were expecting me to be the one to tell him to sit down.
Who did it?
What? I didn't know. He actually did shut up before I had to,
Good.
Yeah. But I would have been the one. I would have been the drama, not just you.
Me? Am I the drama?
Not in that
What
case.
if I was the drama at my own funeral?
Well, that would be interesting. You would probably be one of those.
I'd have my own tape that I recorded, and I'd just
that
be
would
like,
be all right.
"Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you."
Well, I think everybody has the option to do that.
Do that.
Since they're already dead, to truly tell family members or certain things, what they really thought about them.
Yes. Absolutely. I want to do that. And that will cause a huge clusterfuck, and then everybody will be up in arms. People will be throwing shit. Then I will get the drama I want.
You'd have to either look down or look up to see. Oh my goodness. So, but we hope that everybody had enjoyed those. Just mirth. We're going to try to do mirth for the next
Fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you. I still want to hang out with you in the afterlife. Fuck you. You can go rot in hell right with me.
Oh my God. Let's hope not. Anyhow, so get your finger out.
I think my finger was already.
No, it wasn't until you did that.
Hello?
So if you've had experiences with the paranormal, the supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, odd, inappropriate behavior at funerals. If you were the one with the odd, inappropriate, we really want to hear those stories. If you have
Give us your funeral drama stories.
Local, regional, or family myths or legends, send us an email, cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com.
Yes.
If you need prayer, same thing. Even if it takes me days to get back to the email, I really will. Mm-hmm. Same thing with comments on different platforms. Sorry about that. Things sometimes go sideways. They go sideways often. So it's not that I haven't forgotten y'all. It's not that I love y'all any less. It's just that at a certain point in the day, it's just, I never know. It's perpetual chaos.
Her hair's sideways right now.
Everything's... Are you kidding? I have extremely curly hair and humid conditions. And it's like I always that my hair looks like that kid from the movie Brave. Was that which one it was?
Merida.
Yeah, whatever. And it's just she couldn't do anything with.
Chance to change your fate towards you.
I don't know.
Would
we change our fate if we had the, option? We can go back.
I don't know. I'm going to be the drama.
We could go back. We could go back and go, I wonder how things would have done if I had done. That's counterproductive.
Did you ever
we did what we
that
did.
Kid that popped up at his own funeral? The kid.
No, I didn't research that.
The corpse of the kid woke up, sat right up, asked the dad for a glass of water, then laid back down.
That would be highly disturbing. My God, that would be those parents.
Yeah.
That just So you would black pill it right here at the last minute, wouldn't you? He is.
That's not black pill. That's like, oh, he got repossessed.
Yeah, but with all the world drama right now, that's why we're trying to do a little bit of mirth
I'm gonna be the drama
for a little while, because we are not trying to add to. Because I do have a tendency to get kind of black pilled at times.
Kinda.
So I'm going to try to, even if it's something serious, we do try to interject some humor in it.
Try to. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Depends on the day. Anyhow, know that you're loved. Know that you are appreciated. Be the drama at
Don't
your
be
own
the drama.
funeral.
Don't be the drama.
Be the drama.
Did I give the email address already or not? It's
cupofcoffeewithscream at gmail.com.
Yeah, and that, very much is there in the description box.
And if you like this video, don't forget to like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe and click that notification button for daily notifications of our daily uploads. Thank you all. Have a good... Be the drama!
Don't be the drama.
Be the drama.
No. We'll see you on the next cup.
Am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama.
It's always
Maybe
him.
I am.
It's always you. Bye!
Bye.